Hi, I'm Zach Stewart.
Laura Hotchkiss.
And I'm Daniel Kvoras. On this podcast, we improvise in character as hosts of a morning radio show in a fictional country called the Driftwood Isles.
Everything we say is made up, and none of the events, people, or places are real.
It's that simple. Now enjoy this episode of Good Morning Driftwood. And welcome back to Good Morning Driftwood. All right, usually we have Penelope in the studio. Penelope showed up today. She is currently in the break room. Myself, Dirk Wiley, and my lovely colleague, Bench PerDiem.
Hi, that's me.
We're here. She showed up today as Timmy Smiffson, who is an alter ego that she lives as. Essentially, when she's recognized in public, she tries to throw people off so that she doesn't get recognized as the famous person that she is within Driftwood. And so she has this persona, Timmy Smiffson, who is a little orphan English child. And for some reason,
she
showed
up from
up,
Boston. We don't know what that accent is.
It's unclear. But for some reason, she showed up today as Timmy Smiffson, and we're rolling with it. But we have to catch the audience up before she gets back.
Now, also just to say, that is how Timmy started. It's not fully clear whether Timmy is taking a life of his own, but he seems like a fully fledged individual, and Penny is unaware of what's happening to her while she is Timmy.
The two completely
all right, I got you your cup of tea.
Oh,
there you go, and a coffee for you.
Thank you, little Timmy Smiffson.
Thanks, Timmy. How have you been, Timmy?
Oh, it's been real good fun doing this.
So
Thanks for having me.
Usually we have our colleague Penelope MacGuffin in the studio. What brings you to the studio today, little Timmy?
Oh, I'm doing my work experience. If I don't do my work experience, 1 week's work experience for the orphanage, it's part of my education system. They say it's good to get you out and working in a different profession than the one they already have you doing within the orphanage.
No, the orphanage. Is this the orphanage run by little Jeffrey Danvers?
You know him.
Yes. Is that your orphanage?
It is. Well, it's now pretty much run by little Jeffrey.
You just own it.
Regulars. Yeah, I'm sort of the. He calls me the Chancellor.
Oh, that's
which
fun.
I find great satisfaction in it. It really makes me feel very important.
Good. Yeah.
He makes it clear, though, I have no authority there. He says that. He says, "Look at me, I'm the captain
royal.
Now."
It's like a vanity title. A vanity title.
I don't think it's a vanity title. It is important. He says it's important, but then he says he's in charge.
For you, vanity probably is important.
I don't know about that. Let's sort of check yourself on that one, Timmy.
1 sec. Hey, Timmy,
also,
Timmy.
just to catch up, any listeners, I owned and operated an orphanage. The orphans mutinied, led by their rebel leader, little Jeffrey Danvers, and now they run the orphanage, which is a boat, and they also commandeered the Build-A-Bear boat and are now running businesses.
Yes. Now, just real quick, Timmy, if I can just sidebar with you just for a second.
Certainly. Take your headphones off, Dirk. That way you won't hear what we're saying.
No problem. I trust you two completely.
Great. Hey, Timmy, so usually Penny knows this, so I'll just fill you in. You can't really poke Dirk's sort of vanity aspects too much because he finds it really hard to adjust, or he goes into a space where his eyes go white and he just kind of I don't want to say disassociates for a while, and that takes a long time to pull it back out of it. So just be chill about his
disassociation. That's weird.
I know. I am surrounded by normal. Okay, let's go back. Dirk, you can put your headphones back on.
I can put the headphone.
Yeah,
I put the headphones. Okay, I'm back in.
Ooh, so
what were you guys talking about?
Huh?
What were you two talking about?
Whether it is or is not a vanity title.
The Chancellor?
Yeah.
We decided that
I think
not.
the inherent authority of the word Chancellor makes it clear
Chancellor.
that it's an important name.
Let's break down the word
Do you have any titles?
My title?
Yes.
I've got many titles.
And we know Penny is a lord because the mayor has anointed her lord.
Indeed.
Yes. My title? Tiny heavyweight champion of the world.
Cute.
Yeah.
Tiny heavyweight.
Of the world.
When you are 5 years old at the little Victorian orphanage where I go to, you are made to have a profession from a young age. I have been through many professions. I did enjoy my time as a heavyweight boxing champion, and I did work my way up to heavyweight champion of the world. But I don't think
Little orphan division?
Little orphan division. It means that when they invite you out to the ring, imagine you were watching adult boxing. It would be, welcome to the stage,
I don't think they call it a stage.
Oh, welcome to the ring.
There you go.
You know when you have to audition for wrestling shows?
Yeah. They'd be like,
the boxing.
So, for example, they'd be like, welcome to the ring, Tyson Fury. That's like an adult boxer.
Yes.
If it was the little orphanage division, they would go, welcome to the ring, little Tyson Fury. Because
is there a little Tyson Fury?
Well, there is a kid called Tyson Fury, but it's not the same person.
It's a different person.
Person different.
That makes sense. There's only one of each person.
Person different.
Person different.
As
There's only
formally called.
There's only one of each person, so that makes sense.
Yes. Is little Tyson Fury, is that person's name, is that child's name actually Tyson Fury, or is it someone who emulates Tyson Fury?
Oh, he doesn't even know who he is.
A stage name, I guess, if you
Like
will.
a Donald Glover, Danny Glover situation.
Sure.
Yeah, he doesn't.
What?
He doesn't even know who
Right.
he is.
Donald Glover and Danny Glover?
Oh, you two
Those
clearly
are
have
different
something going
names.
on.
No,
Those are two
Danny
distinct
is short
people
for
and
Donald.
different names.
They are distinct people, but Danny's short for Donald.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Are you two okay?
Fascinating.
You two okay? You seem to have some sort of difficulties
Okay,
going
Timmy,
on right
can
now.
I be honest with you?
Is it another sidebar?
No, this can there
Okay.
can be on this. We are a little bit nervous because we haven't seen our friend Penny today. And
Yeah, have you seen
I've never
Penelope?
been in the same room as Penelope.
As Penelope?
Penelope.
That's really cute.
But do you
I'm sorry, when I'm working here in work experience, I don't think it is appropriate for you to say very cute. Whilst I am a junior work experience of but 8 years old, I do think that it is not businesslike to do that in a demeaning way. I have read many books on business.
clearly
Thank you.
you're coming in with a great deal of confidence and professional standards.
We
I have a
respect
lot
that.
of aspirations for my career. That's why I'm here.
We respect that, and I don't know how to say this without sounding weird.
Just
so
say
I'm just
it.
going to say it. I just want to make it clear to our listeners that Timmy, while being an 8-year-old orphan boy, is inhabiting the body of a 30-something news anchor.
Yes. Professional radio broadcaster.
30-something is such a polite way to put it.
Do you
Yeah.
think so, Timmy?
Because it could be any one of those numbers and no one will know.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now, you
how-
mentioned you have a lot of aspirations,
Yes.
Timmy. You've already been the little orphan heavyweight of the world.
Yes.
What other mountains do you want to climb in your own life?
Everest.
So literal mountains.
That would be quite good. Although I've heard it is
That would be
very
quite good.
touristy right now.
That was so certain
now?
and so
but now
fast.
I've heard it is so touristy.
Super trendy at the moment.
It just
Climbing Everest.
all the tourists are there.
Kilimanjaro?
There's like a lot of rubbish being left behind. It's not very good for the mountain.
Have you considered
That's awful.
Kilimanjaro?
Have you considered Kilimanjaro?
I do daily.
Oh well, then maybe I will. I think.
I believe it's the second tallest mountain in the world.
Is it?
I
Wait,
think so.
is it just a belief that you have, or is that a fact?
In my heart, I believe that it is.
Okay.
Now, we do have our own mountain on Driftwood, Finicky Ridge.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you maybe want to venture up there? There are
actually-
parts of Finicky Ridge that have yet to be explored and
It's true.
climbed.
I'll be honest, I think we discovered them, but because we were all children just having a fun day out, we were like, do you want to play on bikes with each other? And then we went up Finicky Ridge, and I think we discovered it, but we weren't thinking of it in an explorer or a scout way. We were just thinking of it in a like, oh, it'll be fun to also cycle down this. So we kind of maybe
You didn't, like,
discovered
map
bits,
it
but we
out.
didn't map it out. Yeah.
The
I always-
orphanage of Little Jeffrey Danvers had a bikey day out and went up Finicky Ridge.
Oh yeah, sometimes we just chat on
Riding
each other's
bikes?
doors and go,
Yeah.
you want to go
Bikey
play
day
on
out.
bikes?
And you just happen to go explore Finicky Ridge
Yeah,
and
we were
use it as
bored.
basically a BMX course.
Yeah, a bit bored that
Did you
day.
encounter any of the hill people?
Oh, like at least 4 of them.
Did they attack?
They
Did you have to escape on your bikes?
Mate, what you need to know though is sorry.
Mate, Timmy is getting very, very familiar, comfortable.
Yeah.
What
I like it. Continue, please.
What you got to
mate.
understand is
Matey.
that whilst I am world
First mate.
heavyweight champion of the world, there are other professions that are very useful. Like my friend, colleague, and associate, little Jonathan.
Little Jonathan.
Sometimes we call him Jono. He's actually head of the FBI.
Man,
Now, when you
Jeffrey
say
Danvers
FBI,
really has this orphanage in order. They are so professional
when
over there.
you say FBI, what do you mean?
Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Okay,
The
so
orphanage
you do
has their
mean-
own investigatory bureau,
Yeah, and it's federal.
and it's federal.
And now
That's where the funding
American
comes
It's
from.
Federation.
federal.
Federal. It's where the funding comes from.
What funding?
For what?
Well, you got to
For
pay
the
the
operations?
employees, yeah, and the operations and the little
terms of
listening in
federal,
things.
Sorry?
Listening into things, using
No,
little...
sorry, say that
Listening
again.
in.
Can you
Listening
get that
into
clean?
things with little...
Listening into things.
devices.
Little microphone.
I feel
little
like
bugs, bugs.
Yeah, I feel like I got too technical for you there because both of you just looked at me with blank expressions, and I have to
That is
remember
technical.
that not everything I understand and just are given
That
are
is
things
true.
that
I'm gonna
you
be
two
honest.
understand.
I think I was trying to untangle in my head what it would mean to have a branch of the American Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I don't think it's
It's not
American.
American. No, why
It's
would
not
it be
American.
American?
Oh, okay. I had just assumed.
No,
that's
you was-
The
something.
orphanage, I believe, has their own government. They just call it a shadow government.
Yeah.
And I know that Jeffrey is funding different sorts of operations. I did not know there was a Federal Bureau of
Yeah.
Investigation.
Jeffrey's done some good work.
I'm going to be honest, you've really got quite a hierarchy and a whole system over there. It's very well organized, and your technological capabilities clearly are beyond that which we have here in the studio and society at large. I mean, you just you just mentioned an audio bug system. You would think
Dirk.
we at a radio station would have a good understanding of audio equipment.
But
Clearly
we are
you
not,
guys
the
have more-
station as a whole has that understanding. We are but
I suppose.
mere vessels to transmit the information on the airwaves.
I wouldn't refer to myself as mere anything, first of all, but you're right.
That's on me.
You're right. Matthias would be the one to
Yeah,
have
that's
that
on
sort of expertise.
Matthias.
Our producer
Is Mere Vessel your newest vanity title?
is what?
Hey,
Mere Vessel.
Mia Vessel.
Mere Vessel.
Dirk,
Mia Vessel is also my friend at the
Mia-
orphanage. Mia Vessel.
Mia Vessel.
Yeah.
Little
Timmy,
Mia Vessel.
Remember we talked about this? You can't.
I don't think it's a sidebar if Dirk's headphones are
I
on.
tried
My
to
headphones are
tell
on. What are you
him
guys talking about?
Just
What
take
did you
your
guys
headphones
talk?
off.
Take my headphones off?
Yeah,
Sure. I trust you guys implicitly.
we just talked about this. You can't poke him too much like that. Calling him vain, he takes it really personally.
I wasn't calling them vain. I said vanity metric.
That's implied. Then.
Title. Vanity metric would be like the likes on a Facebook page. They don't mean nothing.
What?
Like a metric that does. I forget sometimes that I am so worldly and intelligent, and you are a radio host.
Okay, Dirk, come back in.
I can come back?
Dirk, come back.
Put your headphones on.
All right. Headphones are back on. What are you guys talking about?
Facebook likes.
You know what, Timmy, you have an understanding of technology and the world that is really quite astounding
Thank
and
you.
definitely
Yeah.
exceeds ours in
Do you want
a
to know-
variety of ways.
Can you explain TikTok to me?
I was going to ask, do you want me to explain why
Clocks?
I'm doing...
You mean clocks?
Oh, you
That's
do.
what I call clocks. I
Good
say,
old TikToks.
what time does it say on the TikTok?
Do you want me
I
to
call heart that.
explain why I'm here doing work
TikTok,
experience?
Yeah,
Sure, please.
why not?
It is because I have aspirations to be the owner and operator of a radio station, but probably not radio station because I think those will die soon by the time I am a grown adult of but
I don't think that's going to
30
happen.
something.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think audio will move to a different format, maybe more of a podcast or a video representation of a podcast. Because why do audio only
So a
when
movie?
you should do video? Yes, more like a movie.
Are
I've
you
got to say
building
it in
such a
simple
facility
ways.
on the boat, on
We
the
are
orphanage
already
boat?
doing little experiments. So we have a short form daily news feature that is done. Mia hosts a women's hour where she talks about things like menopause, perimenopause, and also other parts of the reproductive
women's
system.
issues?
Yes.
So Mia
Although-
Vessel, your colleague,
Yes.
which colleague in this context means fellow orphan.
Yeah.
Our fellow
host-
radio executive?
Sure, I suppose.
Yeah.
Orphan video executive.
Yeah, audio producer.
Yes. Is working on the orphanage boat
Yes.
to produce this program
Yes.
of women's
Yes.
issues, women's hour.
Obviously, she tries to do things that relate to her, an 8-year-old girl. So maybe like a lot of the period and menopause and perimenopause chat is just like, oh, I heard about this thing.
Just conjecture.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about this thing that might affect us eventually.
I know she doesn't have any maternal or paternal figures to
True,
explain that
she
to her
is
because
an
she's an
orphan.
orphan.
Yeah,
I have no way of accessing that
No
knowledge.
frame of
no.
context.
Especially now that all of the adults have been banned from the boat as part of the mutiny.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
last I
That's
heard,
right.
they were some of the staff that had worked at the orphanage was being held there.
Yeah, they were court-martialed. Is that right?
Yeah, they're still being held there, but like everyone that is an outsider is not allowed on the boat.
Ah,
That's
No.
why we keep making you sit in a little rowboat and not actually invite you onto the deck.
yeah. Oftentimes, I'm invited there by little Jeff. He's like, "Oh yeah, come see us. It's great." And then every time I attempt to, I'm you tie me, my little dinghy, you tie it to the boat.
Yes.
And then other children tell me I cannot come on. And then I call little Jeffrey and he's like, oh, that's weird. No, you come on. He's very nice about it. But then when it comes to actually stepping foot on the boat, it's a hard drawn line and there's orphans telling me you can't step on here. It's a really good cop, bad cop routine. But I can't be mad at Jeffrey because he's so nice to me all the time. And then I just push off with my dinghy and wave a cheery farewell to the kids.
Wave a bye-bye-bye.
Wave a bye-bye-bye.
Have you seen Timmy there often?
I haven't seen Timmy there personally, but I don't see most of the orphans.
Timmy is very busy.
I only see the security orphans.
Timmy is very, very busy.
You're speaking about yourself in the third person right now.
There?
Is very, very, very busy.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't get Penny back for a second.
No, Timmy has, this is what I'm writing in my CV. This is actually like my personal bit of my CV. Timmy is very, very busy with many hobbies and interests.
This is like when you're writing like your bio on a website and you have to speak about yourself in the third person and you feel insane.
Oh,
you get it.
I never feel insane because I think it is a pride thing to write about your own achievements and to put it in a reflective tone of voice. Sorry, this is probably too advanced for you. I have to remember that.
It's true that I did not understand what you just meant by that. Do you have any other work experience that you've accrued?
Chimney sweep.
Yep,
of course.
My period down the Victorian mines.
What was that like? The Victorian mines.
Honestly,
what were you mining in the Victorian mines?
Obviously coal.
Coal.
Yes.
Yeah, classic
miner
mining
stuff. Yes. Classic children in the mines sort of stuff.
Gotta like get the coal out, and then I did work in a factory for a while making nondescript garments.
Nondescript garments.
Another classic.
What did you do in the nondescript garment factory?
I worked on a vague machine.
Oh, did you ever deliver newspapers?
I did deliver newspapers for a small amount of time.
Did you deliver them? Or was it more like...
I didn't really deliver them. Yeah, I think you know what I did, which is just stand on a street corner going, news update.
Did you say extra?
I said extra, and then I would sometimes...
Weed all about it?
Throw a paper at a man if it was required.
Fun.
What would make it required?
He went, give me that paper, boy. And I would go, whoosh.
He'd whip it at him.
Have you ever been asked... by someone like shouting at you from a window, you there, boy, what day is it?
So many people ask me, and I'm like, it's the 4th of July.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the 4th of July now?
I have no idea.
Like,
I always ask orphan children on the street for what day it is. I have no idea myself.
Yeah, I think they're like waiting for me to say a very specific day. I feel like sometimes they're disappointed in the answer, but it is never actually, I don't know what day they want it to be.
Monday.
Probably. Although...
You okay?
I subscribe.
You just looked real devastated by something you thought of.
I subscribe to the Garfield method that Monday is not the fun day.
The Garfield method.
Yeah.
There's a whole methodology to it. That's
Listen,
interesting.
Listen, this is all fun and games being here, but I need you both to sign my work experience documentation to say that I have attended.
Just a quick question for you. If we sign this, can we... what will you do? Will we be able to maybe say goodbye to her? Or will we see Penny for a second? Because Penny is...
I would like to... I'm learning a lot from Timmy. I'd like to keep Timmy around.
I don't know if
that, but Penny is very late.
That's true.
That's not professional.
But I'm also going to be honest. Timmy is bringing a level of professionalism to this program.
You're not wrong.
Literally no one has
just kicked
in
the mayor.
ages. Please be respectful.
Did you kick the mayor?
I accidentally kicked the mayor, but I think the mayor is enjoying a little slumber and just took it as a bit of a pat.
Oh, so it was just been a little bump.
Very peaceful.
Oh, the mayor's sleeping right there at your feet.
Just having a little nap.
Okay, I'll sign your thing, Timmy. You did good work today.
Thank you. This? I just need you to sign and date it.
And initials.
And if you could put in some of the tasks that I have done.
There's a lot to this document.
I am very thorough with my work ethic. It is a work ethic that has been developed by being a Victorian child.
Do you need both of us to sign this, or?
Yes, please.
Sure. And there you go. Do you think you could come back to the studio every so often just to teach us more about what's going on more about what you're learning at the FBI and various things like this?
Absolutely. I am also interested in potentially buying into, maybe in an equity split, some of this radio station. So the more that I am here, the more I can look behind the scenes and see whether it is a viable business option.
I'm not sure what any of that meant,
but I'm way over my head.
I'm inclined to agree.
Sure.
We'll
keep our jobs probably.
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah. Would you be a benevolent
Would you be a benevolent?
Sometimes you.
in terms of being a boss or a collaborator or a
Sometimes-
co-conspirator?
In terms of being a boss,
or-
would you be a benevolent?
would you be a
Sometimes
benevolent?
I think you use words that no one's explained to you because you just saw them written down somewhere. And I think that's
No,
actually like
that
a
is
really
accurate.
good way to live your life. Like it is
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate that
Yes.
compliment
Nice.
coming from an
Yeah.
8-year-old child.
Thank you.
Well, here's the full signed.
Thank you so
Thing?
much. Now, are there any chimneys that I need to look into before I head off?
We've got a lot of chimneys
There's
at the
so
studio.
many.
This entire room is just we have a fireplace in multiple fireplaces on every single wall. So
A
if you could
lot,
run on
yeah.
up, scurry on up there.
The elevator shafts are technically a converted chimney.
Absolutely. I will go check the flues and see if there is any blockages.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, head on up there. And Good Morning Driftwood is brought to you by Fancy Jacks, the flapjacks for fancy folks. Do you love flapjacks but worry about the social stigma and associations with the Great Depression? You're not a dusty fellow with a tin can for a hat. You're a classy gentleman who happens to like flat little breakfast cakes. And Fancy Jacks flapjacks are the flapjacks for you. Each box of Fancy Jacks flapjack mix can be unfolded into a top hat and also includes a monocle inside. You'll be the Lord of Breakfast, sitting there with your monocle and your cardboard top hat, luxuriating in the rich flavor and fluffy majesty of the finest flapjacks money can buy. Is that solid gold you're eating for breakfast? No siree. That's Fancy Jacks Flapjacks. Fancy Jacks Flapjacks, we thank you for your sponsorship. For Good Morning Driftwood, we'll see you soon. Good Morning Driftwood is executive produced and hosted by Zach Stewart, Laura Hotchkiss, and Daniel Kvoras. Engineered and produced by Zach Stewart. Music by Daniel Kvoras.